I'm picking up a signal from a station no one hears, a ghost transmission fading in and out between the years. It speaks in tones I almost understand, a half-remembered tongue, a frequency that I've been chasing since before I was young. I tune it in at midnight when the city's hum goes low, a conversation with a version of myself I used to know. She's telling me to listen, not with ears but with the skin, that every wave that passes carries something from within.
Signal drift, I'm following the trail, a static line that never fails to lead me somewhere I've been before but never seen from this side of the door. Signal drift is calling me to flow between the words that I wrote and the ones that I've been too afraid to send. Drift without an end.
Drift without an end. They tell me clarity is power, that the message must be clear, 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 clear. But I've been learning that the noise can hold the things we need to hear. The space between the syllables, the pause before the beat, a hesitation where the truth can finally find its feet. So let the signal drift, let it wander off the map. I'll follow where it leads me, maybe fall into the gap. And find out what I'm searching for was never meant to land. Just a wave I ride, it just ride.
What if the drift is a message?
What
if the loss is the present?
Present is the present.
We spend our lives trying to hold a thread, but the thread was always in the moving instead.
Signal drift, I'm letting go the wheel, a frequency I've learned to feel.
Feel it now. More than understand, more than hold, the story that's already told in the drift. Drift, drift,
like mercury, a liquid silver spill. It pulls in places I forget. It runs when I stand still. I used to chase it, try to pin it down with plans and lists, but time is not a thing you catch, it's something that exists between your fingers, through the cracks, a substance you can't hold, a story that unfolds in ways you never could have told. I'm learning how to let it flow, to watch it find its shape, a mercury hour, a narrow escape.
Mercury hour, you slip through my hands, a beautiful defiance of all my demands. You won't be measured, won't be kept, a promise I accept. Mercury hour, you teach me to be fluid in the shape of me.
Yeah, there was a day I tried to freeze a moment in a jar. I thought if I could capture it, I'd know just who we are. But the moment melted, turned to vapor, left a stain, and I was left with nothing but the memory of the pain. Trying to control the flow of something born to move. The only way to hold it is to let it be improved. That what we call a moment is occurring in a stream, a mercury hour, a liquid dream.
We build our lives like monuments to stand against the tide. Inside a box, inside a fire.
Find a way to change the
Mercury hour, I'm letting you run a race that was never meant to be won.
never meant.
I'll watch you pull, I'll watch you glide. Liquid hour.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We're sending echoes through the fiber, light inside a thread, a conversation bouncing off the places that we fled. I type a message, send it out into the glowing void, a piece of me that's packaged and deployed to someone on the other side of continents or rooms, a signal that assumes that what I mean will end intact, will reach the other shore. But something's always lost when what is spoken leaves the door. Lord, echoes in the fiber, we're calling through the wires, a human need that never tires, is to reach beyond the skin, beyond the space, to leave a trace. Echoes in the fiber, a fragile fleeting heart. I think about the letters that were carried by a horse, the weeks it took for words to run their slow, impatient course. Now we are instant, we are constant, never out of touch. But do we say the things we mean, or just a little too much? I'm learning that the fiber is a river, not a chain. It carries what we pour into it, joy and grief and pain. And somewhere in the current, something true can still survive, an echo that arrives alive.
We build these networks now sovereign, but connection is a thing we keep beyond
think the static was the enemy of sound, a failure of the signal, a breaking of the ground. But lately I've been listening to the noise between the notes, the texture that the clean production never quotes. There's a beauty in the crackle, a story in the hiss, a bloom of interference that I didn't want to miss. It tells me that the message isn't always what is clear. Sometimes the truth is hiding in the static that we fear.
That we fear. To the perfection that we thought we had to chase, a saving grace, static bloom. I'm letting you be heard, a flower in the broken word.
I tried to filter out the noise, to clean the frequencies, to make a space where everything was easy on the breeze. But when I finally stopped the gate, I heard a different song, a choir made of glitches that had been there all along. They sang of all the moments that the clear signal ignores, the beauty in the margins, the unpolished, the outdoors of our intentions. Messy raw and never fully tuned, a static bloom beneath the moon.
Beneath the moon.
We think the pure is what we need, but purity is just a seed.
Just a seed.
The static is the soil where it grows, a truth that no one knows.
Static bloom. I'm planting you inside the places where I used to hide. Hide from the imperfect, from the rough you've been and
There are cables at the bottom of the ocean that we never see. They carry everything we are from you to me. A pulse of light through darkness, a thread across the deep, a secret that the surface doesn't keep. I think about them when I feel the distance in a room, a metaphor for all the ways we try to assume connection when the physical is miles or just a glance. Underwater cables of a second chance.
underwater cables of a second chance. Underwater cable, you're holding us together, a network that can weather the storms above, the pressure and the cold, a story being told. Underwater cables, you're humming in the dark, a persistent glowing mark, a persistent glowing mark.
I sent a voice across an ocean once it reached you in a breath, a miracle we take for granted, barely phased by death, of distance, of the weight of water, of the time it takes, a modern kind of magical break from isolation, from the silence that we used to know. But sometimes I still wonder if the current lets us show what we really mean, or just the version we could send. Underwater cables, will you bend?
Underwater cables, will you bend?
We think we're closer than we've ever been, but the deep is deep and the skin is skin. The cables are a bridge but also a wall, a paradox that holds us all.
Underwater cables, I'm trusting you tonight to carry what I need to light, to light. I've been tuned to the frequency of no for way too long. A habit of resistance, a default that keeps me strong, but safe inside a fortress where the answer is decline. A gate that never opens, a closing of the line. Then I heard a different station, a signal in the noise, a voice that said, consider the possibility of poison. Stepping forward in accepting what the moment brings, a frequency of yes that let me try my wings. A frequency of yes, I'm tuning in now, a different kind of vow, not to everything but to the chance of forward dance. The frequency of yes is humming in my chest, a willingness to be my best.
I used to count the reasons why I shouldn't take the leap, a ledger of the dangers that the careful one should keep. But the ledger grew so heavy that I couldn't stand upright. I know that stole the morning and the evening and the night. So now I'm asking different questions, opening the door to things I would have turned away from once before. Not reckless, not a fool, just willing to receive. A frequency of yes that helps me believe.
Believe. We think that no is wisdom, that it keeps us safe and sound. But sometimes yes is where the ground beneath our feet becomes a spring. A yes is everything.
The frequency of yes,
I'm broadcasting it out, a signal that removes the doubt, removes the doubt. Not always easy, not always clear, but I'll stay here.
In the modem, a glow behind the screen, a light that's always been there, a thing I've never seen. Because I'm looking at the surface, at the data and the text, forgetting that the signal is a thing that is perplexed. With mystery, with wonder, with the ghost inside the wire, a moon that burns as constant as the old ancestral fire. I catch it in the corner of my eye when I'm not looking hard, a digital celestial, a quiet glowing card, glowing card, glowing card.
Moon in the modem, you're shining through the code, a light upon the road that we forget is there because we scroll a fragment of a soul. Moon in the modem, looking up tonight, a pale and steady light.
I used to think the screen was just a window, cold and flat, a place where meaning went to die, a technological vat. But now I see the reflection of the sky in every frame. A pixel is a star that spells a name. We are not separate from the tools that we have made. They carry our intentions and they carry our parade of longing, of connection, of a need to be in touch. The moon in the modem, it's not too much, yeah.
We think the digital is hollow, a surface without depth, but every code is born of breath, a human wish to reach across it's a moon that we embark. Moon in the modem, I'll let you be my guide. A light that does not hide, does not hide. Inside the circuits in the stream, a liquid beam. I looked into a liquid mirror, saw a face that wasn't mine. It shifted as I watched it, a design that changed with every breath I took. A fluid silver sheet, a version of myself that wasn't concrete. I used to want a solid image, something I could grasp, a self that wouldn't change, a rock that I could clasp. But the mirror made of water showed me that the only way to be is to be fluid, to be open to the sway, 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 sway. Liquid mirrors, you show me what I am, a river, not a dam, a shape that moves, a form that flows, a truth that grows. Liquid mirrors, I'm not afraid to change, a beauty that can rearrange.
I spent so many years constructing something firm and fixed, a personality I thought would never need to be remixed. But the liquid mirror shows me all the selves I could become, a future that is never fully done. It tells me that the person that I was is not the same as who I'm being now or who I'll be when I reclaim the parts I left behind because I thought they didn't fit. A liquid mirror, I submit.
I submit, I submit. We think identity is stone, but we are water. We are prone to move, to shift, to find a fluid view. Liquid mirrors, I'm looking at the waves, the self that misbehaves, the rigid expectations that I'm shedding now, a silent vow.
Taking a frequency down below the surface noise, to where the signals speak in soft and undetectable poise, a place where all the chatter of the surface can't be heard, and what remains is just the hum, the undiluted word. I've been swimming in the shallows for a lifetime, maybe more. Afraid of what I'd find if I let go and explore the depths for all the frequencies that I've been blocking. Wait, dive into the current, a surrender to the wave.
Frequency dive, I'm going down deep. A secret I will keep with me as I ascend back to the air. Quieter care, frequency dive, I'm listening to the dark. A slow and patient spark.
I blocked out so many signals that I thought would break my peace. The grief, the rage, the longing that I've tried to make cease. But they are not their enemy, they're just a lower notes, a harmony that underneath the melody flows.
So now I'm diving toward them, letting them be heard. Acknowledging the frequency of every unsaid word. The dive is not a drowning, it's a way to find the whole. A frequency dive of the soul. Of the soul.
We build our lives on higher ground, but underneath is where the sound that holds us up begins to form. A dive into the storm.
Frequency dive, I'm not afraid to feel the things that I once tried to see. Away because they felt too vast. A dive that lasts.
Is a waveform, rising and descending, a pattern that I'm only now beginning to comprehend it. The peaks and valleys, the compression, the release, a shape that never seems to find a permanent peace. But that's the nature of a wave, to move, to crest, to fall, a constant motion, answering a call that comes from somewhere deeper than the surface I can see. A waveform, the shape of being free. Waveform, you oscillate between the highs and lows that I have seen. A pattern that is not a flaw, a moving law. Waveform, I'm riding you tonight, a curve of dark and light. I used to think that happiness was a steady flat line, a constant state of feeling fine. But that's not how a wave works. It needs a troll to know the peak, the place where it can grow. I've been afraid of falling, of the downbeat of the low, but now I understand that's where the current has to go to build the next ascent, the next release, the next refrain. A waveform, a rhythm in the rain. try to flatten out the curve to stay above the dip, but that's the kind of slip page, a trip that takes us from the truth of what we are. Wave a star. I'm letting you be wild, a shape that reconciles the part of me that falls, the part that flies away from wild, days away from wild. My body is a resonator, a chamber for the sound that travels through the air and finds a place to settle down. In bones and tissue, in the space between the ribs, the throat, a frequency that I've been learning how to know. I used to think the sound was something outside of me, a wave that I received, a passive history. But now I feel the way it vibrates in my chest, my hands, a resonant body that understands.
Understands it lay. Resonant body, you hum with every tone, a place that is my own,
where every frequency can land a moving strand.
resonant body, teach me I am part of a frequency of heart.
I've tried to mute the resonance, to dampen what I feel, to make myself a surface that is easier to seal. But the hum would always find a way to vibrate through the cracks, a truth that I could never fully tax. So now I let it ring, let it echo, let it fill the hollows I build to keep myself still. A resonant body is a gift, not a flaw, a voice that lives inside the law.
Inside the lolly.
We think we are separate, solid close, but we are made of waves, composed of frequencies that overlap, a resonant match.
Resonant body, I'm listening to you, a frequency that's true.
That's true. To what I am beneath the noise, a quiet part.
Resonant body, I'm listening to you, a frequency that's true.
There's a digital rain falling through the fiber lines, a storm of data, a cascade of signs. It washes over everything we think we know and leaves a trace, a pixelated puddle in the space between the real and the constructed, the unlogging code. A modern kind of weather that we're asked to hold. I stand beneath it, let the bits hit my skin. A digital rain, a baptism within, yeah, man.
Digital rain, you're washing over me. A liquid clarity of information, of the flow, a thing I need to know. Digital rain, I'm letting you reset. A rainfall I accept.
I used to fear the storm, the constant input, the demand to keep up with the current, to be always at hand. But now I see the rain as something that can cleanse the slate, a chance to start again, to recalibrate the way I process what the world is sending through the wire. A digital rain that fuels a different fire, not of anxiety, but of a quiet, steady gaze. A rainfall that can rain. The data is a weight, a pressure to perform, but rain can also be the form that waters what we want to grow.
A digital flow, digital rain. I'm standing in the stream, awakened from a dream, of overwhelm, of endless scroll. Rainfall of the soul.
I wanna be a transparent antenna, letting nothing block the signals that arrive at every tick of the clock. A conduit, not a filter, not a gate, a frequency that doesn't discriminate. I've been too busy with the static, with the noise I make myself. The fear that what I'm hearing isn't good for my own health. But the antenna doesn't judge, it just receives. The clarity I'm learning to believe.
Believe, believe, believe. Transparent antenna, I'm opening the line, a frequency that's mine, but also yours, and also there's a shared space that is not scared. Transparent antenna, I'm letting it come through, a signal that is true.
I used to build my walls to keep the noise outside, but the walls became a prison where I'd hide from anything that challenged what I thought I knew. A shelter that I didn't know I grew. Now I'm dismantling the barriers, I'm letting the air carry what it carries. A transparent prayer that I can be a receiver without fear, a signal that is clear.
We think protection means we shut the door, but clarity is something more, a willingness to let it in, a thinner skin. Transparent antenna, I'm tuned to what is real, a frequency I feel, not in my head but in my chest. There's a quiet rest, not in my head but in my chest, a quiet rest.
talking to myself, a room of mirrors where I've placed my thoughts upon a shelf, to admire, to amplify, to never let them leave. A comfort that I've started to perceive as something that was suffocating, not a safe embrace. A cycle that was taking up the space where other voices could have entered, other truths could land. An echo chamber I could not withstand. Echo chamber, I'm walking out the door. A silence I was looking for, not to fill with my own voice, but to allow a different kind of now. Echo chamber, I'm leaving you behind, a larger, wider mind, a larger, wider mind, a larger, wider mind, a larger, wider mind. Yeah. I found the door behind the mirror that I thought was solid glass, a crack that let the outside air pass into the room I'd sealed so tightly, thinking I was safe. But safety was a cage, a shape that kept me from the friction that I needed to grow. A shelter, narrow road, so now I'm out. The air is cold, but it is wide, yeah. An echo chamber, I've stepped outside. Taught me what I need, a different kind of seed, that grows in soil I didn't till. A stronger will, a stronger will, a stronger will, a stronger will.
There's a static in the background that I used to try to kill, a noise that I consider to be something I could spill out of my life, out of my system, out of every track. But lately I've been learning that the static is a fact of being here, being human, of the signal and the mess. A texture that is also grace, a form of yes to the imperfect, to the hiss that rides along the song. A static that I now know I belong. I tried to be a clear transmission, flawless and precise, a voice that didn't waver, convenient device. But the static was my breathing, the grace was in the pause.
A human set of laws that said I didn't need to be a perfect frequency, just one that's here, a part of what will be a mix of rough and smooth, of signal and of hiss, a static grace, a quiet bliss.
We think we need to clear the line, but the static is a sign that we are here, that we are alive, a way to thrive. Static and grace, I'm broad-basing them both, a different kind of to be the mess and be the song. A place I belong. Place I
There's a subsonic frequency that moves below the range of what the ear can catch, a constant subtle change, a pressure in the chest, a vibration in the bone, a thing I've only lately learned to own. I used to think that what I couldn't hear did not exist, a narrow definition that I'd list. It's truth, but now I feel the hum beneath the everyday. Subsonic prayer, I'm learning how to say. Subsonic, you move below the word, a truth that is not heard but felt, occurring in the deep, a promise I can keep. Subsonic, I can carry what I can't express, a slower, deeper yes. The city has its subsonic, the rhythm of the trains, the underground that pulses through the veins of streets and buildings, a foundation that we rarely know, a frequency that keeps the whole afloat. I think about the subsonic of the grief I've held inside, a pressure that I used to try to hide, but now I let it move through me, a current I can ride, a subsonic tide, a subsonic tide. We think the truth is what is said, but there's a truth beneath the bed of language in the unspoken way, a thing we need to say. Subsonic, I'm feeling you tonight, a deeper kind of light.
everything I've loved and lost. A frequency that carries what the silence has embossed. Upon the air, upon the space between the words I speak, a signal that is steady though it's weak. Sometimes I think I'm just a vessel for the voices of the past, a medium that's meant to last. Beyond the origin, beyond the source, a thread, a carry away for what was said.
Delay. Carry a wave, I'm holding it for you. A thing I never knew I was, until I felt the weight, a steady state. Carry a wave, I'll carry it along, a quiet, constant song.
I carry my father's silence in my mother's laugh, a mix of what they gave me and the path I've made from it. A frequency that's mine but also theirs, a carrier that bears the history, the love, the things I didn't choose. A frequency I'll never lose, because it's not a burden, it's a wave I ride. A carrier wave, a guide.
We think we are alone in what we hold, but we are carriers of the older generations, the forgotten names, a wave that never takes. Carry a wave, I'll pass it to the next, a frequency that's text, and subtext. Everything that lives, a wave that gives. Carry a wave, I'll pass it to the next, frequency that's text, text, the carrier wave.
I have a frequency recall, a memory of sound that pulls me back to places I have found and lost again. A signal from a year I can't retrieve, a frequency I wanna believe. It's still out there, still playing on a station I forgot, a tune that I have sought for years, not knowing it was there inside my chest. A frequency recall, a rest. Frequency recall, you bring it back to me, a kind of clarity that I had buried, I had stored. Super solid call, I'm listening to you, a memory made new. There was a song my grandmother would hum when I was small, a frequency I didn't know would call to me from decades later, from the static of the years, a sound that holds the tears I never shed for her because I didn't understand the loss, until the frequency unplanned returned to me, a carrier of love I didn't know, a frequency that lets me grow. We think the past is gone, erased, but frequencies are traced inside the chambers of the mind, a different kind of time. Frequency recall,
I am a wave particle, a contradiction I embrace, a thing that changes when observed, a shift in face. Sometimes a flow, sometimes a point, a duality, a physics that is me. I used to think I had to choose to be one or the other, to be a wave or be a particle, a brother to a singular identity. But now I see a wave particle is free.
It's free, free. Wave particle, you move in two ways at once. A truth that I pronounce not as a failure, but a gift. A way to shift. Wave particle, I'm both the flow and the still point. A universe joint.
When I am moving through the world, I am a wave of sound, a current that is found in everything I touch, a flow, a drift, a thing that cannot lift away from what it touches. But when I need to land, I am a particle, a strand that holds a point, a place, a moment in the stream, a wave particle dream.
We think we need a single state, but dualities create the richness of what we can be. A wave particle, me. Wave particle, I'm learning how to be a flowing entity that also holds a steady ground, a truth I found.
There is a frequency of goodbye that plays when something ends, a note that bends the shape of what we thought was solid into something new, a frequency that carries through the silence that we leave behind when we have said our last, a signal from the past that lingers in the air, a resonance that doesn't fade, a goodbye that was made.
The frequency of goodbye. You're not a loss to mourn, a signal that is born from endings that become a start, a different art. The frequency of goodbye. I hear you now, a sound that lets me howl.
I've said goodbye to places, to people, to a self, a frequency upon the shelf, a memory that plays when I am quiet, when I'm still, a note that I can feel, not as a wound but as a resonance that taught me how to let go of what I cannot get back, but carrying the wave that goes beyond the end, a goodbye that will send.
We'll send. We think goodbye is final, a cut, but it's a frequency that shut inside the chambers of the heart, a different kind of star.
The frequency frequency of goodbye. I'm sending it to you, a signal that is true to what we were and what will be, a frequency that sets me free.